On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Independence.
Freedom from another's or others' control or influence.
Examples:
Financial independence. Independence ceremony. There is nothing more valuable than independence and freedom.
Siege.
The surrounding of a place and isolating it by an army to defeat those defending it.
Examples:
Hostage siege. Lay siege to his house. People began storing up food and supplies for the siege.
Surround.
To be all around something or somebody.
Examples:
Surround a town. A stone wall surrounds the palace. On 3 sides, mountains surround the settlement.
Loyal.
Giving or remaining firm and constant support to a person, institution, product, etc.
Examples:
A loyal friend. Become a loyal customer. Enemy armies are loyal to their monarch.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Protest.
A strong expression of disagreement, disapproval, or opposition.
Examples:
Hold a protest. A silent protest. He left the party in protest at its radical political stance.
Occupy.
To consume all of someone's space, attention, or time.
Examples:
Occupy his time. Occupy a position. The young prince will soon occupy the throne.
Stockpile.
A large quantity or reserve of goods or materials that are accumulated and stored for future use, often used for emergency or contingency purposes. Verb: to accumulate or gather a large quantity of something, usually for future use or as a reserve.
Examples:
Stockpile weapons. Nuclear stockpile. The farmer had a huge stockpile of hay for the winter.
Homemade.
Made at home rather than in a factory or workshop.
Examples:
Homemade article. Homemade bread. I prefer homemade cookies over store-bought ones.
Mass.
A large amount of a substance with no definite shape or form, a large number of people or things grouped or crowded together.
Examples:
A mass of molten rock. Critical mass. The mass of people who do not own property is politically impotent.
Improvisation.
The act of making something up on the spot or creating or performing something without preparation.
Examples:
Improvisation on stage. Jazz improvisation. He created a beautiful piece of music using only improvisation.
Peaceful.
Not involving violence, conflict, or war.
Examples:
Peaceful country. Peaceful coexistence. Plutonium has limited peaceful applications.
President.
The leader of a republic, for example, the U.S., the person in charge of the organization, such as a company, university, club, etc.
Examples:
President Emeritus. Vice President for Finance. The club president does not have absolute power.
Reject.
To refuse to accept, consider, or use something or someone.
Examples:
Reject the proposal. Reject all imperfect merchandise. The company rejected the job candidate's application due to a lack of experience.
Far-reaching.
Having a wide or significant impact or influence.
Examples:
Achieve far-reaching reform. Far-reaching consequences. The far-reaching effects of the policy change are still being felt.
Accord.
An official agreement or treaty between two organizations, countries, etc. Verb, allow to have.
Examples:
Accord with public opinion. By national accord. The organization finally signed a peace accord.
Union.
A group of employees who have banded together to advocate for their rights and better their working conditions. The act or the state of joining together or being joined together.
Examples:
Bank and credit unions. A craft union. The trade union remained adamant about its demands.
Dissatisfy.
To fail to satisfy someone.
Examples:
Dissatisfy the users with bugs. Dissatisfy people with service. The company's results dissatisfy everyone.
Demonstrate.
To display something or give an exhibition to an interested audience.
Examples:
Demonstrate a difference. Demonstrate mastery. How can you demonstrate that the Earth is a sphere?
Allegiance.
Loyalty or faithfulness to a person, country, cause, or belief, a pledge or oath of loyalty.
Examples:
Loyal allegiance. Show allegiance. The soldiers pledged their allegiance to their country.
Confrontation.
The act of facing or dealing with something directly and openly, a direct and often hostile encounter or disagreement.
Examples:
confrontation at the national level, confrontation with others. The confrontation between the two leaders was broadcast live on television.
Intensify.
To increase or make something increase in extent or strength.
Examples:
intensify diplomatic efforts, intensify a good relationship. Rebels have pledged to intensify the armed struggle against the dictatorship.
Makeshift.
Serving as a temporary substitute or solution, improvised.
Examples:
makeshift shelter, a makeshift solution. The team set up a makeshift tent for shelter during the storm.
Portrait.
A painting, picture, the likeness of a person, especially one showing the face.
Examples:
a portrait painter, portrait of a well-known figure. A well-known artist painted this lovely lady's portrait.
Studio.
A room or building where creative or artistic work is produced, a television or radio production company.
Examples:
a photo studio, music studio. She works at a recording studio in Los Angeles.
Barricade.
A barrier, often improvised or temporary, used to block passage or protect against danger or attack.
Examples:
barricade fencing, police barricade. The protesters built a barricade to prevent police from entering the area.
Photograph.
A picture or image that is produced by a camera, a visual representation or record of a person, object, or scene that has been captured electronically or on film.
Examples:
photograph album, photograph memories. I found an old photograph of my grandparents from their wedding day.
Obscure.
Not well known to many people.
Examples:
obscure answer, obscure artist. This information was primarily obscured in the first release.
Seductive.
Tempting or alluring attractively or persuasively, often used to describe a person, behavior, or idea that is intended to lure or entice someone into a specific action or belief.
Examples:
a seductive smile, seductive behavior. The actor's seductive gaze drew the audience's attention on stage.
Visual.
Relating to seeing or sight.
Examples:
visual navigation, field of visual arts. The building makes a remarkable visual impact.
Backdrop.
A painted or photographed scene or setting that is used as a background for a stage, film, or other performance.
Examples:
Backdrop of poverty. Perfect backdrop. The lush green forest provided a picturesque backdrop for the photo shoot.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Dramatic.
Very sudden, very excellent, or full of action and excitement.
Examples:
Make dramatic changes. A dramatic rescue at sea. The statement had a dramatic impact on house prices.
Repetition.
The act of doing or saying something many times.
Examples:
Repetition of a word. Habitual repetition. Repetition is the mother of all learning.
Mainstream.
The ideas, opinions, beliefs, etc., that are considered normal or accepted by most people.
Examples:
Join the mainstream. Mainstream political beliefs. His thinking is mainstream in the country's culture.
Wit.
The ability to say or write things or ideas in a clever and humorous way.
Examples:
The wit of man. Full of wit. He has the wit to keep talking about this topic.
Journalist.
A person who collects and writes news stories or articles for newspapers, magazines, radio, television, or other online media.
Examples:
A China-based journalist. Journalist on a magazine. Foreign TV crews and journalists can go as they please in various locations during the Olympics.
Convention.
A large formal assembly of people who do a particular job or have a similar interest or of a political party, something regarded as a normative example.
Examples:
Convention center. Political convention. They met at biennial conventions.
Maxim.
A well-known phrase that expresses a general or fundamental truth, principle, or rule for behavior.
Examples:
Old maxim. Act upon a maxim. A good maxim is never out of season.
Ordinary.
Not different, exceptional, or unexpected in any way, especially in quality, ability, size, or degree.
Examples:
An ordinary school. Ordinary annual revenue. The ordinary session of the Diet opened.
Elaborate.
Containing a lot of carefully prepared and organized or many complicated and detailed parts.
Examples:
An elaborate hat. Elaborate Ponzi scheme. He proposed an elaborate program of public works.
Costume.
A set of clothes worn by an actor in a play or film or by a person representing a particular character or occupation.
Examples:
Costume party. Costume change. She wore a beautiful costume for the play.
Bedeck.
To adorn or decorate something or someone, often with numerous ornaments, jewels, or embellishments.
Examples:
Bedeck me in jewels. Bedeck the Christmas tree. The bride was bedecked in a stunning white gown and a veil.
Extraordinary.
Exceptional, unexpected, very unusual, surpassing the ordinary or usual.
Examples:
Extraordinary ability. Extraordinary weather. He narrated the extraordinary story of his adventure.
Coordinated.
Effectively arranged or organized so that all the parts work smoothly or systematically together.
Examples:
In a coordinated manner. Coordinated robot system. For greater efficiency, our efforts must be better coordinated.
Uniform.
Always the same, showing a single form or character in all occurrences. Noun, the special set of clothes worn by members of a particular group as a means of identification.
Examples:
At a uniform temperature. Our school uniform. This country has a nationally uniform culture.
Decommission.
To take a machine, building, weapon, or other equipment out of use or service, often permanently or due to age or disrepair.
Examples:
Decommission the dam. Decommission ship. After years of protests from environmental activists, the government decided to decommission the nuclear power plant.
Military.
Relating to or characteristic of members of the armed forces, of or relating to war or warfare.
Examples:
A military operation. A military leader. The military academy was known for its strict discipline and training.
Equip.
To provide a person or a place with the things that are needed for a particular purpose or activity.
Examples:
Equip an army. Equip our children with some special skills. The construction company equipped the building with an earthquake-resistant device.
Irregular.
Not having an even or balanced shape or arrangement, contrary to the usual rule, accepted order, or what is expected.
Examples:
Irregular verbs. Irregular periods. Driving was difficult on the irregular cobblestone surface.
Fatigue.
A feeling of tiredness or weariness, especially as a result of physical or mental exertion. The reduction in the strength or efficiency of a material or structure due to repeated use or stress.
Examples:
fatigue breaking, fatigue caused by overwork. The metal showed signs of fatigue after being subjected to repeated stress.
Trophy.
An object or prize, such as a cup or plaque, awarded to the winner of a competition or contest.
Examples:
trophy case, trophy room. The soccer team won the trophy after a hard-fought competition.
Represent.
To speak, act, or be present on behalf of another person or group, to form or constitute.
Examples:
represent by a diagram. The characters that represent numbers. We elected him to represent us at the international conference.
Outward.
Relating to the external appearance or surface of something, visible.
Examples:
an outward journey, outward cheerfulness. The outward appearance of the building was impressive, but the inside was in dire need of repairs.
Masculinity.
The qualities or attributes traditionally associated with men, such as physical strength, courage, assertiveness, and so on, the state of being male or manly.
Examples:
masculinity norms, toxic masculinity. Research has shown that rigid ideas of masculinity can contribute to domestic violence and other forms of abuse.
Warrior.
A person who engaged in or experienced warfare, especially in the past.
Examples:
armored warrior, warrior spirit. The poem depicts the heroics of a legendary warrior.
Analog.
Relating to or using signals or information represented by a continuous physical quantity, such as spatial position, voltage, etc.
Examples:
an analog watch, digitization of analog sounds. Mercury thermometers are a type of analog sensor.
Loop.
A shape like a curve or a circle made by something long and thin, such as a piece of string, that bends round and crosses itself.
Examples:
exit from a loop, positive feedback loop. Many people in this city use the loop railway for transportation.
Handheld.
Designed to be held in one hand, portable, and compact enough to be carried or used on the go.
Examples:
handheld device, handheld camera. The technician used a handheld tool to fix the machine.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective, a method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
process improvement, decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Old-fashioned.
Of or relating to a time in the past, not modern.
Examples:
an old-fashioned person, old-fashioned in appearance. My father is old-fashioned in his thinking.
Silent.
Without any or little sound.
Examples:
silent reading, give silent consent. The politician remained silent despite intense media scrutiny.
Culminate.
To reach a peak or climax.
Examples:
culminate in a heart attack. Culminate in failure. The event will culminate in a grand fireworks display.
Violent.
Involving or caused by physical force or aggression against someone or something.
Examples:
victim of a violent crime. Violent incident. The protesters became violent when the police tried to disperse them.
Bloody.
Covered in or smeared with blood, involving or characterized by bloodshed or brutality.
Examples:
bloody massacre. Bloody diarrhea. The crime scene was bloody and gruesome.
Snipe.
To make a sly or spiteful remark, often in a concealed or indirect way, to target someone with an unfair or unwarranted attack or criticism.
Examples:
snipe at the suspect. Snipe at each other. The politician sniped at his opponent during the debate.
Reception.
The act of receiving or the state of being received, especially warmly or kindly, a formal party of people.
Examples:
a cold reception. Reception desk. The wedding reception was held in the grand ballroom of the hotel.
Morgue.
A place where dead bodies are kept, particularly in preparation for burial or identification by their relatives or authorities.
Examples:
clinical morgue. Overcrowded morgue. The attendant at the morgue was responsible for cataloging the bodies and their respective information.
Pave.
To cover something with a hard, flat material such as stones, bricks, or concrete to make it suitable for travel or use.
Examples:
pave a new path. Pave a smoother road. They paved the courtyard with bricks, giving it a more polished appearance.
Flee.
To leave by running away, especially out of fear or danger. flee their homes, flee abroad. It is a basic instinct to flee from a dangerous situation.
Confirm.
To support or establish the truth or certainty of something previously believed or suspected to be the case.
Examples:
confirm the diagnosis, confirm a transaction. Please write to confirm your reservation.
Unfold.
To open up or spread out something that is folded or rolled up, to reveal or disclose something that was previously hidden or unknown.
Examples:
unfold the story, unfold the stroller. The mystery unfolded as the detectives gathered more clues.
Celebrate.
To acknowledge a memorable or good day or event with a social gathering or enjoyable activity.
Examples:
celebrate his election, celebrate Christmas. He celebrated the 10th anniversary of his tenure.
Elusive.
Difficult to find, define, achieve, or remember.
Examples:
an elusive criminal, track down an elusive fact. The physicist who found the elusive particle won the Nobel Prize.
Stream.
A small, narrow river, a continuous flow of something, such as liquid, gas, people, vehicles, etc.
Examples:
the stream of time, an endless stream of cars. Jet streams are the common name for air currents that form high in the atmosphere.
Mourning.
The act or expression of sorrow or grief for someone who has died, a period of time set aside for such grieving.
Examples:
mourning period, mourning ritual. She wore black clothing as a symbol of mourning for her grandmother.
Envelope.
To surround and cover completely, to encase.
Examples:
envelop the whole world, envelop her in a bear hug. The fog enveloped the city, making it difficult to see.
Tribute.
A payment, gift, or other forms of recognition made in honor of or submission to another person or entity.
Examples:
pay tribute, tribute album. The statue was built as a tribute to the soldiers who died in the war.
Absence.
The fact or condition of being away from a place where they are typically anticipated to be.
Examples:
absence from work, a leave of absence. Another critical factor of child poverty is the father's absence.
Pastel.
A soft and pale shade of a color, often used in art or fashion design, a type of crayon or pencil made of powdered pigment and binder, used for drawing or coloring.
Examples:
pastel drawing, pastel palette. Her artwork features soft pastel colors and dreamy landscapes.
Shiny.
Reflecting light and having a bright and smooth surface.
Examples:
Shiny surface. Shiny object. The shiny new car drew everyone's attention as it drove by.
Bunch.
A grouping of several similar things which are growing or fastened together.
Examples:
A bunch of trees. A bunch of schoolgirls. One bad apple spoils the whole bunch.
Carnation.
A type of flower known for its fragrant and colorful blossoms, typically with a single bloom on each stem, often used in floral arrangements and symbolize love, fascination, and distinction.
Examples:
Pink carnation. Fresh carnation. She wore a beautiful carnation corsage on her wedding day.
Jar.
A cylindrical container, typically made of glass, metal, or pottery, with a wide mouth and a screwed or sealed lid, used for storing food, liquids, and other materials.
Examples:
A jar of jam. A water jar. He placed the coins in a jar to save for a trip.
Encamp.
To set up or establish a camp or temporary living area, typically for a group of people or soldiers.
Examples:
Encamp overnight. Encamp at the base of the mountain. The troops decided to encamp near the river for the night before continuing their march.
Gender.
The range of characteristics of femininity and masculinity and differentiating between them, especially when considering social and cultural differences rather than differences in biology.
Examples:
Gender-blind policies. Dual gender. Cultural norms strongly influence gender expectations.
Conflict.
A strong disagreement, argument, or a violent clash between two opposing groups or individuals.
Examples:
The conflict between good and evil. The long-standing conflict. He and I often had conflicts, not only in personality, but also in ideology.
Mourn.
To feel or express sorrow, grief, or sadness, especially over the death of someone.
Examples:
Mourn with deep grief. Mourn death. We mourned the loss of our dear friend at the memorial service.
Implication.
Something that is inferred or indirectly stated, the act or fact of being involved in something.
Examples:
The implication in a crime. The implication of a word. His poem has a very significant implication.
Toll.
Money that you have to pay to use a particular road, bridge, etc. Verb, to ring slowly.
Examples:
A toll road. Toll a bell at his death. There is no toll car park nearby.
Displace.
To force someone or something to leave their home or place of origin, especially as a result of conflict, natural disaster, or manipulation.
Examples:
Displace workers. Displace the explosive power. The construction of the new dam will displace hundreds of families living downstream.
Dismantle.
To take apart or demolish a structure, machine, system, or the like, to strip off fittings or equipment.
Examples:
Dismantle a machine. Dismantle a system. The old building had to be dismantled because it was structurally unsound.
Replace.
To take the place of something.
Examples:
Replace one word with another. Replace a phone. Eventually, the new design will replace all older models.
Traffic.
The movement of vehicles, people, or goods along a route or through a transport system. The amount of such movement in a particular place or at a particular time.
Examples:
Traffic jam. Heavy traffic. We decided to take a detour to avoid the construction traffic on the main road.
Billboard.
A large outdoor sign or display that is used for advertising, marketing, or public information, typically located along highways or main roads.
Examples:
Billboard advertising. Digital billboard. The new billboard on the highway promotes a popular vacation destination.
Depict.
To illustrate someone or something in a photograph.
Examples:
Depict a scene. Depict a feeling of isolation. His son had accurately depicted the bloom.
Wheat.
A cereal plant that is the most important kind grown in temperate countries, the grain of which is ground to make flour for bread, pasta, pastry, etc.
Examples:
Harvesting wheat. Wheat crop. The farmer grew wheat on his land.
Burnout.
The state of being exceedingly exhausted or unwell, either physically or mentally, as a result of overworking.
Examples:
Burnout syndrome. Mental burnout. He suffered from job burnout because of hard work.
Shell.
Hard outer covering or case of eggs, nuts, some seeds, and some animals.
Examples:
An egg shell. A mollusk shell. The outermost electron shell determines the chemical properties of an atom.
Proclaim.
To announce or state something publicly and forcefully.
Examples:
Proclaim victory. Proclaim law. The leader proclaimed a state of emergency in the country.
Glory.
Great honor or success won by notable achievements.
Examples:
Greatest glory. Former glory. It is preferable to die in glory than to live in dishonor.
Hero.
A person who is admired or idealized for courage, outstanding achievements, or noble qualities, a character in literature or history who is central to the plot and who exhibits heroic qualities.
Examples:
Local hero. Unsung hero. The soldier who sacrificed his life for his country is considered a national hero.